Hello and welcome back to another Wheel Wednesday, where I spin this wheel and then do the prompt that the wheel gives me, or that people gave me, and then I put on this wheel. Anyway, today's prompt was from TheAbyssGarden, and it was, I'm missing them snakes, which, if you don't know, TheAbyssGarden has given me quite a few snake prompts in the past, and the wheel seems to really like choosing them. So, in the last one that I did for them, it was no more snakes, which was 2 Wednesdays ago, or I guess 1 ago. It was not the last one, but it was the one before that. Anyway, so now they were missing them snakes. And at first I was thinking of putting a giant snake skull or snake ribs somewhere, like a like stone arches, basically, in the landscape, and maybe someone walking through them. But then I thought, well, that snake still technically exists, and in the last time for no more snakes, they were completely banished. So now I ended up changing it to being, well, can't really tell yet, but it ended up changing to a snake skull, like in smoke, and that's where snake visions come from instead of smoke visions. I know, hilarious. Yeah, that's that, I guess. I mean, I guess I can yap about like how over the weekend I was drawn with my the Huion Canvas 13, which is not the one I'm drew this on. This is a 16, but on the 13, since I was away from my normal setup, and the stylus was like completely broken. Well, not completely broken, still technically worked, asterisk. Constantly full pressure, and the cursor vibrated under it, so broken. But you know, I got through it, and I did confirm it is a stylus thing. So hopefully I can get another backup stylus soon, since that was originally the backup stylus. So now I'm back down to 1. What else? Day 2000 is coming up. That's pretty big. I have no idea what I'm going to do for it, though. Still have no plans. I mean, I would have thought a stream would be cool, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to stream. Very, very unlikely chance of happening. So, don't get your hopes up. I'm also still recovering from being sick. It's been like 3 weeks and I'm still coughing. And I've been muting the mic when I cough. I've already coughed like 3-4 times. I didn't actually mute the first time, so oops. And it's definitely worse when I talk. Like, if I'm not talking, I can go so long without coughing, but I'm struggling right now. I'll get through it. It's only 10 minutes. It's only 10 minutes. Thank you, No Editing Me, for setting up the precedent of not doing any editing in post and just rambling the whole time. Thank you. I guess I can also talk more about the art. I did use a 3D model of a snake skull. I think it was some sort of boa. I literally looked up like skeleton or snake skull 3D model, or maybe it was snake 3D model. Skeleton. Oh. I don't remember. It probably was just snake skeleton 3D model. And it was a boa. What else? I don't know. I'm like completely out of stuff. One more Wheel Wednesday before day 2000? That's I mean, I'm not sure how much that matters. But, you know, Something to say. Only 5 minutes through. Oh my gosh. How did I do this before? How did I do this ever? Well, I mean, the answer to that is that very poorly is the answer. Oh, something I can talk about. Fire. The way I do fire, as you can see here, is just like base, orangey color, or red, depending on, or blue, depends on fire color. And then I switch that color to be color dodge, still with the same rendering brush. Which I guess if you're using a brush that doesn't like blend itself, it will be completely different. So something to think about, like maybe, well, maybe not completely different, but it will be different. And I use airbrush also on color dodge. And basically building, I guess, from, how would I describe this? I was gonna say from like inside out, but that's not true because I started with the outside shape of the fire. And then I started small and got larger. But then I went on the outside with the color dodge airbrush. I don't know. But color dodge, lots of color dodge for fire. At least when I do it. So I only really have to use like 1 or 2 colors. Ended up doing smoke through the fire. Which, for color-wise, smoke, I had like the blue upper smoke and the skull, and the background is also a really dark blue. So then in the smoke itself, I put it between blue and red, and very desaturated. So it kind of looks like a mix between both. But, you know, saying that out loud makes me feel really dumb, because that's what that's what purple is. Being between blue and red, it is a mix of both. But trust me on the desaturated. Unless you really like saturated colors, then like do what you want. But like, gray is sometimes magical. Color theory things, color theory shenanigans, mayhaps. I can't explain color theory though, or at least I don't want to. And also, I only know some bits about it, like complementary colors and like some color mixing stuff. Anyway, I'm back to rambling and not knowing what to talk about. I end up adding logs to the fire to make it, you know, real. Or realistic, I guess. I should have been really counting how many times I coughed, but you can probably just count by how many times there's little bits of silence in this audio. Okay, maybe not. I do tend to pause, just normally, well, trying to think of something to say, but like, a lot of these times have been a cough. Is that a good excuse? That I'm not talking enough because of I'm sick and not because I don't know what to talk about? Yeah, let's go with that. I'm actually an expert talker of Wheel Wednesday videos for 10 minutes of rambling about stuff that I haven't planned for, and I only do pauses because I have to cough and I don't want to blow out anyone's eardrums. Yeah, yep, I'm going with that. Anyway, I also end up adding in some color dodge to the smoke, just because I thought it added a little something, a little pop of color, even though probably not the most realistic. All the there's a snake skull in the smoke. How realistic is it, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye while I'm dying of almost coughing to death. The pauses, I'm not lying about the coughs. They're real. I was just muting. I swear. Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Bye. Goodbye. Have a good whatever time of day you're watching this. Bye 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 bye.